All right, everybody, hello and hello and hello again. Welcome back to the stream. Just ended the other one not too long ago, but we're right back in it this time with, well, 3 in a row, hopefully. Starting off here with Wrath versus Legends, but lots more to come for sure. We have also Rogue going to be facing off next versus Mirage. And glad to see Mirage back. A different roster, granted, a bit, but good to see them back, and good to see the logo back. One of my favorite logos of all time, of all Tony time. That's where I first got my eyes on Tony once upon a time. But anyway, Rogue and Mirage will come up next. After that, ideally, we should have Schlart Team and Onion at the top of the next hour, so 59 minutes from now. But kind of depends. I got rescheduled a little bit, and it hopefully not too many delays here on stream, and we'll be able to get to that. But at the very least, we got 2 matches for you, maybe 3. And then later, in about 2 hours from now, we have Ignite versus Frostbite to end the games here in the Americas. Now, that said, we've got the round 1 about to begin here, so let's get to it. Wrath over on orange side. It's Arrow Knight, Chuck Norris, not Norris, sorry, and I Blowout Sports, as well as Link 1. Getting ready for this first joust now, and now on Legends on blue side, it's Single Shot, Captain Canada, Zeus, and Caption stopping in. The casting team slash mod team over there on Legends, I guess you can call them, and the single shot team as they go up for the passing play to Caption. Caption going right on across, single shot, hitting the first shot of the match here in round 1. So very true to the name. I heard the teams discussing that a little bit, kind of bantering before the stream started. But yes, we have the return of Legends on stream today. We saw them just yesterday as well in a match against Frostbite, a tough loss, so close on both of the rounds, and they really needed that one to come ahead and kind of help their postseason cause. Right now causing some damage is Chuck Not Norris, however, with the karate chop into the goal. So they find their first 2 now for Wrath on their side. See B-Love in there, as well as Andy W. and Chaos Fan. Welcome to it. When Chaos play, asking Chaos Fan. I believe an hour ago, I want to say. No, they had a game tonight. Over here, it's going to be I Blow Out Sports with a disc, sending it to Arrow Knights. Oh, yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Andy W. with a howdy, and Zero versus Kango tomorrow. Yeah, that's going to be a super hype game. If you can't tell by my super calm voice, this is how hyped I am for that game. Just kidding. I'm immensely hyped for it, because anytime you get a master tier match with playoff implications, championship implications, and anytime you get a match where you have Strem and Andy in the same one, I just about lose it. What is it, you ask? You'll have to see. Caption here, seeing the goal, seeing the pass. Nice vision on the passing play to Captain Canada. Sports nearly getting the save, but not meant to be. It's 4 points to 2, favoring Legends. But yeah, that's going to be that match, Kangos and Zero. One of the 4 matches on Oculus venues tomorrow. So be sure to check that out if you have not already in past weeks for some strange reason. You got yourself an Oculus Quest, an Oculus Go, Gear VR. You best be there. Going to be some hype matches there in venues. Kind of a LAN watch party without being a LAN, but close enough. Caption here is going to back that out, resetting to single shot. Single shot, sending it through the tunnel. Now it's just a game of the boost. Chuck is there, as well as a deep backliner of Sports. Everyone overshooting, though. 3 different players actually overshooting on Wrath's side. So that's going to cause this unfortunate turn back to Legends, and they're spacing out. We saw this yesterday when Legends played. They had some gorgeous spacing and pacing in their matches there, and it's what you come to expect of this Legends team. So trying to work it up the floor now as they back it out to Caption, taking great positioning. Just look at that nice spacing here, and there you go, working it in for the goal. 6-2, and that is picture perfect for Legends. So getting on the board again, just off of that careful play. We saw kind of yesterday they were being bothered a bit there by Frostbite, suffice to say. I mean, they were trying for their slow play, and they got a lot of good ones, but you know, when it does come to that slow passing play, you know, if you can play super aggressive defense on that and basically be on the players before they get in pass positioning, that can definitely be conducive towards damaging that style of play and, you know, getting some success on your end. That said, on this end, 2 players overshooting, both of them. Zeus now coming through with a disc, or trying to. It's actually Caption now, and Zeus splitting off to the bottom. They have a cross pass to the other shoulder, but it's cut off very nicely, so they have to back it out, and Captain Canada will recover off of that. So there's Arrow Knight being stunned over by the cloud. And now it's taken here by the post by Chuck. So Chuck does just that, chucking it through the tunnel. There's some nice grabs. Look at that, the stacks just blazing hot. And taking it back now eventually, maybe. There you go, Chuck Not Norris. I was going to say Zeus doing some good damage with the stuns, the brawls, but we'll go back to the midfield, at least for a moment maybe, getting kind of stuck around here. Neither team able to hold on to it for all too long. But nonetheless, getting a breakaway goal. It's Captain Canada, putting it home for the 8th point. And that's what tends to happen when you get these back and forth plays where it's just clear after clear and neither team holding it. It's kind of a 50-50 in terms of, well, which side is going to get that first breakaway goal is what it amounts to. It was a Legends indeed, and they're going to gladly take that one. So now we've seen some controlled passing play from Legends to get them some points. We've seen some fast breakaway goals to get them some points. Speaking of, maybe another one about to happen. Nope, the rebound not there for single shot, so it will be for I Blow at Sports. Sports sending it through the tunnel, and some stacks once again nicely. The pacing of this one pretty frantic at the moment. And the last couple minutes now, just a lot of this back and forth play after a lot of slow plays initially, and now it's just broken off into these scrums. Just to take a phrase out of Caption's book, one of the phrases Caption likes to use when he casts. But yeah, scrums unfolding indeed. And Legends just trying to find the time and space, which is a Captain Canada casting phrase. Love me my casters here in VRML. But Legends now trying to defend this one. Wrath needing to score some more. It's been a little bit of a drought here in this first round for them, only able to score once. Legends, they've scored quite a few times, but not able to find that one as it bounces off the pole. Rebounded by single shot, gently guiding it in. 6 meters out, there's 10 points on the board for Legends. All right, see Tie-Up Sun there saying Kazan's destroyed. Yeah, first of all, that was a great game. Okay, that was a wish it would have gone a third round. I'm sure you guys do as well, but that was so fun to watch. And yeah, Kaznaz coming in and doing some damage right now, doing some damage to Zeus. Link 1 getting the disc back, but super entertaining game. And yeah, Kaznaz lighting up the scoreboard quite a bit there. But glad I was able to cast that one after all the internet issues again. Zeus here trying to cause some issue, but instead just having some issues handling that disc. Will sling it off to the orange zone, and rebounded there and intercepted now by single shot. So single shot the fake and sending it directly across to the opposite pack, and now back to single. So they're ahead by 8 points, less than 3 minutes remaining here in this first round. Opening it up, Chuck, not Norris, trying to approach but not get stunned at the same time. Good defense here, ping-ponging between the lanes just to contest, and an anchor clear going out for Arrow Knight. So pretty good defense from Wrath, but it's the offense where they're struggling here a little bit. Have an open goal, but weren't able to manage to grab that disc in time. Able to manage, that is a redundant, but nonetheless over there managing to grab the disc is Arrow Knight. And there's another clear that will actually eke past the hands of the Legends midfielder. So taking some bounces, and once more the defense off balance, and nice shot, Arrow Knight. So all right, 6 point differential here. Winding it down a bit, 2 minutes remaining still though. Legends up by a good enough margin, where if they do manage to slow it down again like they did to open up the round and like they do on a regular basis, you know, Legends should be good to go, I would think, but we will see. Wrath definitely not going to concede anything and going to press up aggressively, going to show some of that Wrath. But yeah, if Legends can stall it out, even just 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there, that's going to matter a whole lot with a minute 40 left. They're going to drive it in, but have it snagged by Arrow Knight, getting broken up by the catapult entrance there, but still manages to get back and collect that disc. And same here for Captain Canada though, they're going to get that back. And like I said, 10 seconds here, 10 seconds there, it's going to matter. 1:21 left in this round, but right from behind, a good stun from Chuck and Link off of that stacking play. So Arrow Knight now dodging through, trying to send it on the back pass to Chuck, intercepted there by Link. Link going to bring that up the floor again, and after the cross pass, we can see the positioning now, finding it for Wrath. Need a rather quick score, can't waste too much more time, but stun will knock it loose, so Chuck gets a disc right back. The defense here, all 4 defenders for Legends, now near or in that bubble, and now it's kind of spreading out. And Captain Canada, what he does. Great save there to deny some extra points, and yet again, wasting some time, valuable time at that. Link 1 going for the play, and they will score off of that, but only 36 seconds remaining, and a 4-point disadvantage. So I don't think there's going to be enough time here for Wrath, unfortunately, to score twice. And that's what I mean. Just see those 2 or 3 occasions where they wasted about 10 seconds off the clock. That did it. And that was it. So Legends rolling out with one more play over here, passing it off to a single shot. But they are going to take this round guaranteed now as we approach the final 10 seconds. Zeus just maneuvering cleverly and going over to the bow tie. Wrath definitely going to want to use this next minute to try and recollect themselves and set off for a good second round. You know, they're definitely well within reach on any given moment to take a, round 2 victory. I mean, it's not as if Legends won by too much here in this first. But still, able to control it long enough, and good first round for them as we go over to the stats and take a look at what we've got. So for the side of Legends, it was 4 points apiece, Captain Canada and single shot. There were 2 points in there. That was a self-goal, a near save. I'm trying to remember who shot that now. I want to say it was Zeus, but I'm not positive on that. In any case, 2 assists to Caption and 7 stuns, and then Zeus over there with a save and a steal, 18 stuns. For Wrath, over on the orange side, it was 2 points for Arrow Knight, 2 saves, 2 steals. He had Chuck, not Norris, with 2 points, 17 stuns. Then Link 1 with 2 points, 1 assist, and 16 stuns there. I've Low at Sports, 1 assist, a couple saves, and a couple stuns as well. Yeah, see also Glibby over in the Twitch chat there. Stop hating. No hate. We only appreciate around here. Sometimes. Good to see Glibby over there from OCE for Horsemen. Now it's going to be the rollout here, second round. Legends taking this disc first, it looks like. So Caption is going to get that nice pass all the way through. It's going to result in the shot. Bounces off the barrier, so will be taken back by Link. And kind of a neutralization there on this first joust. Neither team taking the advantage, so now it's just going to go back to Sports here from that side over to the tunnel now. And Arrow Knight trying to approach the station. You can see the aggressiveness being played by Legends on the defense. Really doing a great job to cut off these lanes and send out the stuns. That said, a good pass back to Arrow Knight. He's going to grab that one. You see Link 1 now approaching the goal. Maybe a chance here at some early offense and get the first points of the second round if they can. Sports with a good pass. Link 1, the spin, but what a grab. Single shot. Grabbing it right back is Arrow Knight, though. And Arrow Knight, oh no, a steal again. What incredible steals from Legends and Wrath on that. So now attacking the goal. It's going to be open enough for Zeus to break it open in the second round. 2 points. Some really impressive grabs, though, from up close from both of those teams. You just got to shake your head and bow to the prowess of the very clever instincts. But all right, so through to the midfield. It's going to roll out to Arrow Knight. Still trying to score here if they can. Will be a shot taken. The goal was open, but very tough angle. Still nearly made it, but a ding instead. Now Caption over at the left tunnel. We'll try to look for a clear, but I'm not happy about that one. You can hear, but nonetheless, they're still up by 2. They're still up by a round. Arrow Knight taking it here on the left side now. It's just trying to dodge through all the defenders. Iblo at Sports now rolling it to Chuck at the ceiling, and Chuck, wow. Wow. Chuck, not Norris. What a zinger of a pass. I'm surprised Link caught that. I mean, the pass was one thing. Link won. The catch was crazy. What a slap. That play slapped. Let's see, Twitch chat. I'm not sure if you're... I can't read too long. Either memeing or not. I hope you're just memeing. Looking like singing some Skater Boy over there, I guess. I don't know. But Wrath here trying to contest this one. Get the disc back if they can. Single shot will instead for Legends. That's going to take an awkward bounce, though. And Link 1 finds it. Not for too long because Caption is there for the denial. Now right back to the left side. Single shot is trying to catch that in a stride and send it over towards that barrier. Just hoping that there was someone maybe there, but a little bit missed time. So Sports going to get that one back. Send it through the tunnel, and Wrath now maybe an opportune time for a goal, just trying to redirect around the Geo if they can. A few overshoots, and we've seen that actually happen a handful of times here for Wrath across the first round as well, where just not able to get the disc first despite being faster to the general area of the disc. So definitely got to always be aware of not only being fast in the stacks, but also being accurate on them and the direction you're going, and making sure that you're adjustable if you need to be. But of course, that's definitely tough at the high level of play. So single shot here. Over at the other side, 2 apiece, lower scoring second round thus far, about 4 minutes expired almost, and just going to back that one out. Not be too worried about the time or the score. They know they have the 1-round advantage, and they know that when they can play that slow game, much of the time it's going to be to their advantage. They're going to score off of it. So trying to do just that here as Caption collects it. Now suddenly picking up the pace a bit due to a few missed passes, but still getting it right back. Captain Canada down low, trying to rebound it though, getting a tad astray. We did actually see that a bit from Legends yesterday as well, where they played really well on the passing game on the back line as that almost goes in, recovered here, but another overshoot. Will it cost them? Indeed it will. So that is yet again we've seen here from Wrath. Obviously some hot-handed strikers. I mean, amazing offensive players for sure on their front line, but it's those missed grabs on the disc they've had several times now that have cost them probably an upwards of, I don't know, 8 points thus far in this match. And at least a couple scores here in the second round. But nonetheless, it's going to go over to the wedge. Now Arrow Knight getting that one and making that one. So nice hit, 5-2 here. Wrath pulling ahead with the round winding down and to the last half of it at the very least. Much needed. I mean, 2.5 minutes off the clock since the last score. Definitely want as much as you possibly can get. But, all right, so Captain Canada on the rollout, sending it over to Caption. Caption now letting it loose, and it's going to be grabbed there by Arrow Knights. Arrow Knight trying to evade the single player there, Zeus that is. And single shot, just backing it out. Gently grazing up the floor, bouncing it over Caption's way. And Caption has plenty of options. They're going to go for that extra pass to that side, the shoulder. Miscommunicated, though, on the crossover. So you can see that bow tie player there, Captain, I think it was, cutting but maybe not communicating it. So that misplay will result in a clear at the very least, but still getting back on the other end as Legends at least into the goal. Going to result in Chuck, not Norris, but denied by single shot. Nice slap through there to the wedge where it's rebounded by Sports here. Caption, left lane, clearing that one as well. There's some fast stacks on the approach, getting to the goal. Captain Canada finally found the cut that he was looking for about a minute ago and scoring to bring it back within 1. 3:48 remaining here in the round. Also, chill in the chat before I start timing out people. Going over to Wrath on this launch. 5-4, they got the advantage. I blow at Sports, sending it left side. Now taking it here is Caption, and Caption is going to have it stolen by single shot, maybe just a handoff play. Captain Canada now with a disc and sending it over there to Caption. So Caption going to work it in from the bow tie. Left side is going to be an off-balance defense, getting back actually fast enough, so I take it back because that was a good stun. It looked like maybe a walk-in goal before the defense was able to collect it, but you know what? Ever the quick were they. Zeus here having it stolen, though, by Chuck. And Chuck right through the midfield where it's going to bounce a few times, get stuck right at mid. Grabbing it here is Caption, slinging it behind him. Now I blow at Sports right back, sending it that one through, but there's a stack coming in. And the pacing of this game is really odd, honestly, especially the second round. I don't know what to think of it. You're seeing a lot of slow play from the Legends, but it's also not resulting in a ton of points. There's a lot of, passing it around in the midfield, but then once they get into the bubble, they're losing the disc a fair bit. Meanwhile, for Wrath, kind of the same thing. They're causing these turnovers, but then they throw these clears, and then Legends just gets it back first. So kind of an awkward pacing to it, trying to get the offense going. And that was very nice and precise. Zeus to Captain Canada. Very difficult trying to maneuver that pass around because there were some defenders in the way, but got it through. So, hey, it's Legends up by a point here with 2:10 remaining. And, yeah, Glibby was on Fizzy Chickens, I think, but whatever we're doing in chat, we're stopping now. Over to the blue zone. It's over here to Captain Canada where he retakes it and sends it through that left lane. Now it's going to be into the midfield where it's going to be back into the tunnel, actually. And now 2 orange players, Arrow Knight, Chuck, not Norris. They're going to work it up the floor, up high to the ceiling. Chuck just missing his hands, however. And as I said, these missed grabs by Wrath have been kind of costing them a bit there. Some of these missed catches either off of these clears and these boosts or even just some of the passing play. and might be punished now as Captain Canada is going to get the open 3, and it's a 4-point advantage now with 127. So Wrath, despite some really good defense on the whole, once it goes to the offensive side, not able to get it going. And Legends certainly turning it into some points on their end of the floor. And Gilligan coming through in the clutch with the timeouts, apparently. All right, well, up top to the cloud, it's iBlow at Sports sending it through. Although I feel like you're taking a little bit from me there, Gilligan, as a shot goes out. I mean, I'm supposed to be Palidore, right? So surely I'm the one who's supposed to time out kids, yes? But no. No, not meant to be today. That's all right, though. Over here to Arrow Knights with 43 seconds left. Really needing a fast score, kind of finding themselves in desperation mode, kind of like round 1. And with a shot here, that could be some ice on the top of it, but nope, that's going to be slung out. But now with, again, 30 seconds left and a 4-point advantage, basically identical to where we found ourselves at the end of round 1. And Wrath not going to have the time on the board. So with the sweep, Legends going to complete this victory. Every single win Legends are most definitely needing here in these last couple weeks, just to help them along on the records. Now, it's still going to be tough even with this win for Legends, but at the very least, keeping some of the hopes perhaps alive. Now, nearly going in there, but just bouncing out the barrier. And that will be this series going the way of Legends in 2. So 9-5, working hard. And let's load up this dolly and go to the score screen, shall we? All right, so 11 points, Captain Canada. Very big match there offensively for him. Definitely known for the goalkeeping, but showing that, hey, Captain Canada can get it very much done on the offense as well. 11 points there, 1 save, 23 stuns. Now, that said, assisted heavily by his teammates for sure. You have Caption with 3 assists, 2 saves, 23 stuns, single shot with 4 points, 2 assists, 1 save, 2 steals, and 18 stuns. Zeus coming through with 2 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 1 steal, and 31 stuns there. And for Wrath side, they had Arrow Knight with 5 points, 3 saves, 2 steals, 27 stuns. Chuck Not Norris with 2 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 1 steal, 32 stuns. Link 1 with 4 points, 1 assist, 1 save, and 28 stuns. And then iBlow at Sports with 2 assists, 2 saves, and 3 stuns. So let's see here. We got about 5-6 minutes left until the next round, or next match, that is to say. So we're going to go to a brief intermission. But thanks again for joining and chatting. And yeah, do stay tuned. And we'll have at least another couple matches for you on the way on this channel. So I shall be back with your next match, which is to say Rogue versus Mirage. There we go. BRB. Alright, hello everybody. Punda PC, welcome to the cast. I'm Palidore, casting this today to answer your question over there in the Twitch chat. But yes, hello everybody. See, Pig Fosh. Interesting name there. But yeah, welcome back to the stream, everybody. These two teams apparently ready to start 3v3. Interestingly. So, yeah, ready to go. Both teams needed a sub, so these 3 players on each team are rostered, so it's all good. It looks like we're going to go to the first round now. And a little throwback match between Mirage, new Mirage, that is to say, and Rogue. It's coming in on the stream. And, yeah, that's right, Punda. You would think it was OCE. But no, this is a 3v3 with these two teams. Good to see, again, Mirage back here, a different roster than before, but, you know, got that logo, one of my favorites, and good to see them here back in Echo and in VRML, so kind of reforming by the name at the very least. Obviously, these players, well familiar with them throughout the season, but got Rogue here coming in on the blue side. It's Digisoul with a disc. So supremely interesting here. I'm not shy about mentioning the fact that really like 4v4 a whole lot better. Every now and then it's interesting and kind of fun to get a 3v3 cast for the sake of the nostalgia. But is it any wonder, as he gets a shot, that 4v4 is just so much more? And by so much more, I mean 2 more, in fact. 2 more players. But yes, it's... whenever you get these matches, you see, you get stranded so much more easily. Midfielding's a bit more difficult to do without coming up on the offense and trying to offer your teammates enough passing options. I mean, execution matters a whole lot more, and if you don't get those, get those stacks together, I mean, one person gets left behind or stunned out in the midfield, he's done for pretty much the rest of that play, most likely. So it's a tricky situation when you're coming in to these 3v3 matches, as Digi just passes it right off to the side. It's going to be taken by Red Hawk. Number 123. No, 134, Red Hawk. But Kirito up on the top of the ceiling, just baiting out Wonder, it would seem, going to the shoulder. And Red Hawk now going to send it off to Kirito as he dives down on the goal, looking for a passing play to the floor, but unable to convert on that one. Now, for those joining us here today, we just completed 2 different matches here on the stream on Channel 1. Almost back-to-back. But, yeah, just finishing off with Legends versus Wrath. Legends taking that one in 2. Following this one, presuming it ends rather timely manner, the top of the hour, we should have Onion facing Schlart team. And then another hour and 20 minutes from now, we also will have Ignite versus Frostbite. So a lot of good matches throughout the streams today. Whenever you're joining us, wherever you're joining us, it's good to have you here. Have some OCE matches later on in the day as well, I do believe. So lots to come, lots to come. Meanwhile, though, Strange Illusion with a disc is going to send it off to Rinks. Rinks has Wonder at the side, a fast handoff, as Wonder actually loses it off the Geo, off that station, as they call it. I still want to call it Metamerc, this one right here, but it's been a good while since Metamercs existed, so I doubt many people call it that anymore, as a shot just ricochets off the barrier to the midfield. Illusion is there, but gets knocked with the punch, so Wonder trying to knock back a sling of a clear, but just being thrown into the midfield. A lot of stuns and punches being thrown as well. Wonder's going to send it off into the bubble and almost on the goal. Recovered here by a Strange Illusion, but has to be careful because Digisoul was there. And Digisoul, he don't care. He's going to just give you some punches in bunches. Knock that disc right loose. But all right, so Strange Illusion taking the disc up top here from the nest, and whoosh. Don't make us time out some more people now. People be acting like kids here, and Palidad's going to have to time people out like a parent. Going over there for the top, though. On that reception, it's Strange Illusion. Now, Strange Illusion bouncing it off the floor as Wonder takes a disc from mid lane. Looking for the clear play right down the middle. It's going to be recovered by Digi. 2 points still alone on the board for Mirage. Through the tunnel now. And over to the barrier now, or over the top of the goal, rather, by Wonder. So trying to find their lanes, but again, with a 3v3, that's kind of the struggle you'll see at any time you get these situations, especially since people aren't really used to the 3v3 meta anymore at all, or I guess for a lot of the Quest players at all, because Quest players never had done 3v3. It was just right when the beta came out, it was already 4s. So, for the longtime players used to the 4v4, they at least know that meta, but when you get these 3v3s unexpectedly, like I said, you're going to get punished really hard because you only have, really, at any given time, one other passing option, maybe 2, just depending on positioning, but you really don't have all those extra options like you do on 4s, where you have people in every lane filling it up. Really not the case with 3s. But that being said, up top, Rinks is going to send it over there to the tunnel. And up high now, going to be taken back by Strange Illusion. Now, Illusion working it through. There's a lot of pileups forming here in the tunnel. That bounce shot might be good. It's very, very close. Will be a rebound instead, however, for Digi. Now, taking it back here, diving off the defense, playing fairly aggressively. But see, that's what I mean. You kind of have to do that. Maintain close positioning if you're out in the midfield, because if you get lost, you're stranded a lot of the time. Now that's to the midfield. Digi's going to take that, work it up the floor here to Bowtie, over to the shoulder, but contested fairly well by the defenders. It's going to be grabbed and tapped out there to the tunnel, but right back to the wedge where Wonder sends it right through. Now Wonder and Rinks looking to link, as well as Strange Illusion, trying to get those stacks together. They do. Goal is open and shot almost on, but couldn't find the finish, and that'll hurt them just a little bit. I mean, they still have the lead by 2 points, but that would have put them up by a few more, and that would have been very, very handy here in the second half of round 1. A Strange Illusion going to go for that goal this time, and he will find the open one. Now see, in 4s, 4v4, that goal might have been covered. In threes, though, you got to be careful just how far up you move. It's so easy to be caught with the defensive pants down, so to speak. And, well, with a 5-point advantage now, 3:40 left in the first round, Mirage taking a lead. But Digi with the disc, working it up the floor. Whoosh saying, remember when they accidentally made it 4v4? Was it an accident, though? Who knows? But, I mean, it was voted on and asked about, if you do recall, and it was kind of tested, I think, in what was it, like a private test server there, PTS, and you know, people loved it at the time. It did make its way into the public servers a little faster than people expected, but that was after a couple weeks of seemingly positive feedback overall on the PTS, and on the whole, obviously with VRML, you know, switching to that 4v4 situation here back in November for League play. Of course, it kind of started with Pizza League in Season 2 when we had 4v4 Pizza League from summertime. I think it was something like, what, April through September or something like that, maybe early October. But either way, yeah, it's spent 2.5 years of Echo Arena, you know, 3v3, but the last year now, it's been all this 4v4 goodness. Now, couldn't score on that, and I know Rinks is going to be saying, oh, goodness, I wish I could take that back. But you know what? Strange illusion. He will take it back. Not a problem. 2 minutes left, and at this point, they could play the stall game. They could score some more, whatever they do here. As long as they're careful with it, they should be good for the rest of this round with the clock winding down. We'll see. We'll see. Kirito taking that disc back and is going to send it through the left lane, trying to keep their dreams alive here in the first round. And just the same, trying to strive for that boost down the field. But getting there a little bit faster was Mirage. So back to Rogue's side and to their bubble, getting back there rather quickly and with some time to spare. But we'll send a clear right down to Strange Illusion, who's going to take that back and send a nice pass over. Actually had the open goal based off the dive. So could have capitalized off of that one, but kind of a quick reaction being demanded there. They'll still get the disc back for Mirage, and Strange Illusion is going to work it into the bubble, but it's going to be stunned out just as well. So nice defense being shown. Still yet keeping the hopes alive here for Rogue. If they score here, it's going to be a game for sure, but nope, not getting that, at least not quite yet. The goal is still open and needing a score immediately, but a stun coming in from Strange Illusion once again. We can see a lot more open goals than you would expect. That goal quite open for the three, almost a gorgeous shot down the lane. But yeah, in 4v4, you do not see those goals open very often, or at least for very long when they are. 3v3, this was kind of the common thing from any level. You would see a ton of these long-distance shots because that goal was just left uncovered so much more than it is with 4v4, because with the double-stack metas, even if the goal is open for 1 second, you give it a couple extra ones and it's closed off, so you do not have a lot of time to work with compared to this 3v3 situation. Now Rinks trying to send it off. Strange Illusion is going to capture it up top. Working it over to the nest, and now for a score at 7 points here as we wind down round one. Looking like Mirage will shut out Rogue. And with the clock winding down, unlikely another score is going to happen unless you do get a quick boost. It is possible. You can get a quick PE joust and cause a very fast turnover, but looks like that's not going to be the case. So there you go. Sent into the mid lane. It's a 7-point shutout victory here for Mirage in round one in this 3v3. But all right, to the score screen. Take a look at that there. And you can see the points put in. Well, 1 goal for each over on Mirage's side. Rinks had 2, as well as 8 stuns. He had Strange Illusion with 3 points, a few saves, and 15 stuns. Wonder completing the 2 points and 11 stuns. For Rogue, not able to get points on the board. They do have a save and a steal apiece for Digi and Kirito. And Red Hawk with 10 stuns. But you can see a lot of the shots taken for Mirage, 75% of the attempts going their way. And it was just enough, a lower scoring round, as was likely to be the case. But, yeah, it's just going to be a round 2 going the way for Rogue, hopefully, if they want to force this third one, see what they can manage. Of course, after this one, once more, in another 10 minutes or so, presuming this match does end relatively on time, we should be having Schlart Team and Onion. Now, that match was initially scheduled for a half hour later than it currently is, but teams did reschedule it just a couple hours ago. So I'm not sure how much time we have to work with and how much that they're willing or able to wait, but you know, if they are around, we'll be able to get that game in. And of course, we still have Ignite versus Frostbite coming in another hour and 10 minutes from now. So you got your options, and we'll be happy to have you wherever you are, whichever channels you may be. But breaking free for the recovery, Rinks trying to send it down low. Now that's just going to be a lone Kirito with a disc, looking to maybe distribute over to teammates. They have one at the shoulder and then one playing back a little bit. And opting for the forward pass instead, but just missing the handles. So Rinks sending it down, and now it's going to be Digi actually recovering another attempt, but look at the grab from Illusion. Nothing strange about that one. It was just fundamentally perfect. And actually, it's going to sail pretty dangerously close. Let's see how that bounce works out. Oop, just off the edge of that backboard. So another inch upwards that could have bounced into the goal potentially, but will just be taken back here by Strange Illusion nonetheless for Mirage. And they're going to work it up the floor now, trying to pass it off to Wonder, but Wonder unable to find that pass. We'll get the recovery after the stun, though, stunning out Digi, so working their way ever slowly up the floor, trying to wait for the positioning out of their offense, and doing so with some success, hopefully for them. Want to score here first in the second round and start it off the right way. So winding it down with a nice anchor pass to the Cloud. Now Wonder catching that and inverting himself upside down. Meanwhile, Strange Illusion, some brawls. Now Rinks having a little bit of a struggle on the grab, but on the goal, some more struggling coming in. So they had an opportunity, but it was a bit of a tough angle from that corner. So rebounding it, slapping it out is Digi. Now Mirage up to the start here. Several rebounds and several attempts, see if they can get another one. And again, just continue what they did in that last round, if possible. But as it does go back and forth all across Geo, it's Strange Illusion getting the goal. 2 points here, first for Mirage. And yes, that is a correct Twitch chat there. See Sharino asking why it's only 3 on each side. Yeah, they have 3 rostered members on each side. Both of them happen to need a sub. So if that's the case, then you can just play it 3v3, which these teams opted for. And like I said, it's a interesting decision to make. Obviously, if that's what you're working with, that's what you're working with. But like I said, these players presumably have not actually even done 3v3 before, because as far as I'm aware, all these players are Quest users, so that means they didn't have experience with a 3v3 meta at all, which is why you can kind of see this warm-up period happening where they're just trying to figure out the new positioning, because there's just not as many people on the floor, not as many grabs available as you're going to be used to in normal 4v4 play. Rinks, though, making could it be the low momentum shot? Now, it would have been beautiful. Those are actually very tough to make, more than you would expect, honestly. You'd say, oh, well, you're not moving, and that means you have a lot of time, and it's easy to just line that up, right? But no, they're just, whether it's the mental factor or otherwise, those shots are kind of difficult when you have nothing going your way. People's shots, more than they might consciously realize, actually do rely a lot on having that forward momentum and that kind of, I guess, push up when you're launching to the goal. It's kind of like with real sports, right? Where if you're playing Frisbee or you're playing baseball or football, whatever it is, you have to step into your shots. And it's kind of the same with Echo. You want to be able to step in, or at the very least have some sort of a forward momentum going to kind of carry that disc the way you want it when you shoot. Now that said, Wonder is going to try for a shot, but Red Hawk eyeing it down like a hawk and sending it down to mid, where it's recovered by Kirito, who then makes a clear over to the orange bubble. Stack very quickly here for Mirage. We'll get to the disc first. And Strange Illusion working it up and looking for a pass. Now that actually might have been a good one had the communication been there, but you know what? A bounce will find Wonder. Now I can't help but wonder if that was intentional, because it just seemed to fall so perfectly into place. Regardless, though, taking it over there, it's Rinks. And Rinks to the shoulder, just winding it through the goal. And Wonder, assisted by Rinks, they're up by 4 points on Rogue. That is to say, over Rogue. Mirage continuing that momentum from the first round, trying to complete maybe another shutout here. Either way, it is lower scoring. So all that means is that every single point will count all the more in the context of the victory for one team and the defeat of the other. You know, sometimes if you have these fast-scoring games where you get into the double digits as they get a triple digit, that's Kirito with a 3. Much-needed goal, finally breaking the cap off of this game scoring-wise for Rogue, getting their first 3 here in round 2. But yeah, in the higher-scoring games where you do get a lot of quick-paced goals where it goes into the double digits, 10-plus points, those ones you can kind of have the teams both go on these scoring runs. That being said, a dropout here from the blue side, from Rogue's side, and suddenly this becomes a little bit less legal in terms of the rules, because you do have to have 3 rostered members. So technically, restart should be occurring here on the match. Either that or a forfeit at that point. Another reason why the 3v3 is a bit risky, because of the 3-player requirement. You can't really drop out players without just risking the forfeit situation if they can't get back here in a hurry. But we'll see what happens there. I'm not one to moderate from the caster's desk, nor am I technically a league moderator anyways, but over there it's Rinks with the shots, and they're going to punish them all the same, 7-3. Dash saying 2v2. I'm not sure even I could cast a 2v2. But no, definitely not legal on that situation. So there's the rematch. Hit appropriately. They're going to try and get their player back here on the side of Rogue. And let's see, if they're unable to get their player back quickly, which actually they do, there's I don't think it's the same one, however. Am I mistaken here? We got Agent Brando. So, all right, here we go. Yeah, we got him. We got our 3rd back apparently on the roster, and we're good. And my question is what the time was on that, because it's not often you get these situations, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, interestingly, so they had Digisoul. Now they have Brando. Brando is on the roster, so that's perfectly legal, but it seems like they do have 4 now, maybe, possibly, depending on where Digi went. Who knows? Pardon me, I just went silent because I saw an itsy-bitsy spider, not on the water spout, but right in front of my face. What is it with these small creatures just popping from my ceiling? It happened in Pizza League once, where a lizard out of nowhere jumped on me from the ceiling. That was a year ago. Still a little bit traumatized from it, quite frankly, but now a spider. What is this? Where am I? Arizona. Anyway. All right, game is continuing on here. 7-3, 5:39 is what they got working with on the clock, apparently. So, all right, let's go. We're doing it. Nonetheless, it's Rogue with the launch out here. Agent Brando stepping in place of Digisoul, continuing the 3v3 regardless of the situation or whatever it happens to be. Will be Kirito now rolling out and trying to send it out to the shoulder, but going to be taken at the boot by Strange Illusion. Now a Strange going for that clear on the right side. All the meanwhile, there's the stacks. But you can see, again, it's just going to be 1 stack per team, essentially. You don't have those extra players available. And now, because of that overshoot, looks like maybe it's going to go to Wonder and Co. They're already up here by 4 points now, and Wonder, with all the clever maneuvering, juking over the cloud, will just hand it off at the end to Strange Illusion. Now Strange going for that passing play and maybe taking a repositioning here, waiting for another pass back, and there it is right there. So I gotta say, I like it. I mean, it's slow play, but that's kind of 3v3 for you, especially towards the end of the 3v3 meta. That's really what it started unfolding to a lot. It's just the very, very heavy stall games, and again, just slower pace overall. Gotta love 4s. But going out in full force with the stacks, it's Strange Illusion, sending it down the midfield. Now being met with a punch, and then off to the races again. It's going to be recovered, actually head-butted. Could have been dangerous there had that gone into the goal area, but nonetheless, they'll still get it back, and they have a lot of time to spare. The defender's just waiting there at the midfield, and, well, it was the right move. Rinks, the great grab, looking for the Recovery, maybe, just is going to be a stack from Kirito and gets the disc back nonetheless for Rogue as it goes back to midfield. Wonder taking this disc over now, looking for a pass, eyeing it towards that boot. Rebound missed initially, but taken back by Wonder. Wonder is going to spin around, but it's going to be stunned out. So a nice read there defensively, not being fooled. And outmaneuvered by the jukiness of Wonder, but Strange Illusion, well, just the same, going to get broken up by another brawl here, the side of Rogue. They're going to look for that bounce, and it's going to be rebounded here, maybe looking for the 3, will be rebounded one more time. Kirito going for a 2-point goal, but now it's going to be off again. Some defense, I couldn't even tell from my angle whether that was a head or the hand, but all I got to say is that I'm going to hand it off to the folks here on Mirage because they are holding strong. I mean, lower scoring, 3 minutes left, and you know what? Regardless of whether points are scored or not, they're at an advantage purely because of the clock. They don't need to do much else besides control it here. So however they deny that disc to Rogue, denial is the important key. You know, on that pass, going to just miss, and those are the ones where you're going to kind of say, if you want to close out the game, yeah, just don't even pass that. Wait for the defense to come out, because otherwise you can just sit there for 2.5 minutes until you drag out 1 or 2 of the defenders. Made a living off of that for a while back in ESL. But like I said, I do not miss that style of play at all. Never liked it in the entertainment standpoint. I like it in the meta standpoint. It makes sense. It's smart. But from a play style standpoint, I never enjoyed stalling. So, you know, with 4v4, you get a bit less of that typically. And when you do see it, it's not usually until later in the rounds. And still yet, because of the 10-minute clocks, you can get the comebacks at play. So that's a nice thing about it. Kirito here, going to break off, though, and get broken out by Wonder. Wonder, another grab. 2 minutes remaining here in this round, and Kirito sending it down over to the bubble area where it's going to be recovered again by Rogue. Now, a lot of time expired off the clock since the last score, and as I said, it's going to be in the benefits of Mirage. But with a minute 46 left, I mean, nothing quick happens here. It's definitely going to be the round in the series, looking to be a sweep in favor of Mirage. Now with a pass off down below, going to be snacked out by Red Hawk. That was actually a pretty good grab as he dove out of the goal. Always a little bit of a risk when you dive, especially on an offensive player coming from straight on, but full credit to Red Hawk, got the grab, and now maybe we'll have a shot attempt. Going to pass it off there, sending it for a 2. Oh, denied again by Rinks. How about these just recoveries over and over? That said, it's 1-3-4. Red Hawk finally with the score. Brings it within 2 points with 1 minute remaining. So it's going to go right back to the offensive launch here of Mirage, and they just need to prioritize control. Control for the next minute. And if they lose it, get back on the defense, don't allow a 3. That's the important thing. And as I said, with 3v3 especially, they got to be especially aware of where they are positioned, because they need to get a fast stack if they lose it. At this point, trying to take a 2-on-2, but that's the absolute just opposite of what they want. Did not need to force that, and it could cost them dearly, because this is going to be cleared onto the other end, and it's going to bounce off that backboard area. Could be looking for a tie in overtime maybe, but no, Strange Illusion is there to deny. But right back at him is Brando. Brando looking for a goal, a handoff play, looking for the 2 off the backboard, and it's a tie-up game. So it's going to be more than likely an OT on the way, and that is a tough situation, especially for Mirage, because rushing and kind of forcing it into the bubble, turning it over as a result, whereas a stall out at that point would have won them the game. So that said, they just need to make up for it now. Gotta wipe that off the slate as always, because can't worry about the mistakes, gotta worry about the now, the present and the future. So overtime in round 2, let's see what this provides. Mirage has had control for the majority of this match. Rogue has done a great job to come back. I mean, like I said, the ability to stay in it and stay punishing is as important as anything. Not getting discouraged by being left scoreless in the first round. Not being discouraged by the fact they had not had control for most of this round. You know what? Coming back and again, just taking full advantage of this situation, and they find themselves in an OT with a potential for a round 3. So let's see, handing it off to Kirito, but it's snagged off by Wonder at the nest. And you got to know, the blood be pumping here. Slower game or not, you know it's pumping harder on the blood pressure than any other moment in this series, and even if it was a 4v4, I mean, these OTs so intense, so stressful. But question is, who's going to execute? Because that is what it comes down to. Like I said, every single late game, especially in OT, obviously, every single mistake and every single play is just going to matter so much. Looking for maybe the clear, but unable to get the regrabs, and that could cost them as well because they do have a backliner now. And now Wonder trying to get that disc back, but nope, getting it and making it. Agent Brando brands the goal and forces, against all likelihood, the round 3. So 10-7, and that is a huge comeback, an unlikely comeback from Rogue. Hats off to them. Now Mirage, they're going to be on their heels, wondering what went wrong. And, well, for this time, if they get off to a good start in round 3 like they have in the last few rounds, they need to really be careful about that disc control and not, not giving away, though, the easy buckets there, especially the late game. And obviously controlling for basically 19 out of the 20 minutes of this match so far. I mean, it's well within their realm of reach to have a successful third round, but I would worry for them because for Rogue, they're going to be feeling very, very, very good with what just happened there. Almost down and out for the count, but no, overtime victory. So, great plays being shown in this throwback 3v3 game. Like I said, didn't expect it, the 3v3 that was, but we got it. Didn't expect the overtime, but we got it. In the round 3, we got it. So Twitch chat, you got it. It's, yeah, just a fun match, all things considered. And round 3 now is going to be super intriguing because I'm not really sure what to think here. Again, when you have Orange Team, when you have Mirage in such good control, playing very well for 18 or 19 out of the 20 minutes, you would think they have momentum, but then Rogue, just out of nowhere, coming back from behind and finding an overtime victory, what's that going to do for their mentality? So, I don't know. Maybe it's a wash. What really is important is just seeing when the first couple goals are scored here and who it's by, because I honestly, if Rogue comes out the gates hot and scores once or twice in the first few minutes, I think that's bad news for Mirage, but we will see indeed. A little juke there. Being shown by Mirage, it's going to go back, though, outside the bubble. Now some stuns going off. It's going to enable the Mirage players here, Wonder, to obtain it, but not for too long because Red Hawk is there. Trying to get the disc back, though, off the bounces. Will be taken by Agent Brando and trying for a clear unsuccessfully as it goes to the midfield. Now, good leech there. Won't matter because Strange Illusion, has the shot, but it's going to be missed off the pole. Rebounded still, so self-rebound perhaps going to work it in. Has the options, going to go for that bottom placement. That was picturesque. Perfect. Two-pointer from 5 meters deep, but dinged as it went in too, so couldn't have been any more precise. Otherwise, a centimeter off, and that just might have been a ding outside the goal. So, all right, launching off now. It's gonna be Agent Brando coming in the last round after it was Digisoul who was there playing for Rogue in the first round and some of the second, but then a crash of some sort, so they had to get in another rostered member here, which they were fortunately able to, it looks like. Perhaps, actually, I think I was listening to these teams talk before the stream started. I think Agent might have been the one they were talking about who was driving home. He wasn't there at the start, but he was trying to get home. So perhaps Agent Brando here, more of the full-time rostered member, and Digi kind of the alternate sub-member. So that would make more sense now that I think of it. But whatever the case is, a clear going through. Here's some punches going off, though, and the stack's not really there. A lot of players split apart everywhere on the floor, kind of disarray going on as it gets slung into the orange side again. But over at the top of the wedge, it's going to be Agent Brando looking for the potential play. Interesting. We saw that yesterday. Who was that from? Punda, actually, right? Saw Punda PC in the chat earlier on. We saw Punda with a shot just like that went off that corner into the goal. Definitely possible to hit those, and sometimes there are players who actually do that on purpose, whether for a shot or a rebound or passing play attempt. But that's a shot attempt straight from Kirito, and it's a 2-2 tie up here. So round 3, and 2:39 on the clock, which I am doubtful that's right. I'm assuming because the timings weren't reset earlier. Oh boy, more timeout headaches, unfortunately. But nonetheless, we'll be launching out here, taking this disc back and sending it up to Rinks. And Rinks over to the left lane, taken by Wonder. Now, Wonder has an eye on the goal, but there's a goalie there, so not going to be able to shoot it or do much with it. We'll pass it off, though, and trying to find their plays. Diving out is Red Hawk off the goal. Red Hawk looking for a clear. And that's going to go right through to Strange Illusion. And Strange Illusion now sending it over to Wonder. So Wonder up from the cloud, just dodging through and some punches going out. So now maybe a numbers situation unfolding. If they press on this right now, could have that 2-on-3, but just backing it out, so could not capitalize on the numbers. Unfortunate for them. Wonder from the bottom here, he's playing inverted, just make it all the more difficult to grab. Heading up to Strange Illusion with Red Hawk eyeing down. Just waiting for the passing play to occur so he can maybe make a play. But instead, just relying on the teammates, and they will at least get a sling over down to the ramp. It's going to be taken back by Wonder, though, not for too long as the stuns go out. Brando finding a clear. It's going to bounce a few different times, and into the midfield it goes. Strange Illusion coming away with a light boost. Should get there first with sort of a minute left. Not really, though, I don't think. And that's going to go to the midfield. So taken here by Wonder. Wonder going to look through the midfield again, but unable to find that clear. Rinks will get the second attempt, and it's going to bounce off the bottom ramp. Now right back up top, where it will be taken but punched out, actually. And still remaining in the goal, Red Hawk just eyeing it down. Not a problem. But 2 apiece, and recovered again here by Wonder. So 35 seconds left technically. I'm going to put it on sideline cams, though, just to check this out, because I believe the times were probably not set right. Nonetheless, though, Wonder is looking for the pass over to Rinks, and now Wonder right back trying to get that disc and trying for a score now over to the barrier, and now Rinks gonna launch for the goal. That's 4-2 here in the third round. Nice assist from Wonder, and that's exactly the kind of passing plays that they needed to see, that they wanted to see go through. We're missing it for a little while, but yeah, luckily they got it eventually there. Now that said, let me go check the clocks. All right, so I'm not quite sure where it ended in the second round. There was the timeout, and I believe the times weren't exactly set. So I'm a little confused here, just as much as the players probably are. Unfortunate. Maybe when we get a timeout button, though, we'll be able to fix. See. Maybe Ignite Bot will help me. I don't know. I'm going to check it out, though, real quick. And here, send you over to the highlights for the moment while these teams do communicate what they want to do, I think. All right, hello everyone. So, sorry, I was sorting that out. Thanks, by the way, to Subtlety for giving the time factor. Problem though, the teams didn't realize what happened. It looks like with the time, some of the players already left. So, as much as I don't want to end the stream on that, I'm not sure. I don't have comms with the team, so it's a big rip, honestly. That said, I was informed. I guess the Schlart team and Onion were still waiting, so. I'm thinking I'll redirect over to that match at this point because I have no idea if we're going to be able to even get the rogue players back because we are now down to 4 players in this server. So I'm not sure what's happening with this match quite yet, but yeah. Interesting. Well, first time for everything, I suppose. In any case, I'm going to redirect to the next match in this event. Because I'm not sure what's happening there. And again, I can't be moderating when I'm casting because too much multitasking and I'm not a league mod. But yes, strange match. Maybe a finished match. I'm not quite sure. 4-2 for Mirage, maybe. If they happen to restart at some point in time tonight, then maybe we'll see different results. I have no idea. But until then, I'll be right back with the next match. I'm going to go to intermission and join Onion and Schlart team, I do believe. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VRML. And we are here for our, well, not final match, but getting there, winding down the day after several streams here this evening in the Americas. It's Schlart Team and Onion about to get underway. On the casting desk today, I'm Palidore, being joined now by B-Love. How's it going?
Here with the Al McCoy of Disc, the voice of Echo Arena, the great Palidore. It's great to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you here. I think you streamed one earlier with Dimwee on Channel 2, I think, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, cool.
A couple of new teams, and they did great. I'm impressed. It was a fun watch and a fun cast.
Yeah, well, great to hear. Glad you're joining me here for this cast. And yeah, we got Schlart Team and Onion. Now at this point, closer to their original start time. See, they were initially scheduled to start at the 30-minute mark of this hour, and then a couple hours ago they rescheduled for the top of this last hour, so 20 minutes ago. But then they decided to wait anyway, so now we're here.
And it was all meant to be, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that being said, yeah, getting ready to start. They've been pinged and can do so at their leisure. We've got another match at the top of this hour, so still about 40 minutes away, but we'll have for you Ignite versus Frostbite, another exciting match to kind of end this series of North American matches at the very least until OCE later on.
That's going to be a good match to watch too, man.
Yeah, looking
forward to that one.
Yeah, exactly. Again, late in the season here, we've seen a lot of entertaining matches, some interesting results on some of these matches. It's the same case as with preseason 1, as with Season 1. A lot of funny things and interesting things tend to happen later and later. A lot of wrenches get kind of thrown into the mix. I mean, yeah, always makes for good streams. And, well, that being said, we're about to start another one right here. So round 1 about to begin. Thanks, everyone, for joining. Let's get to it.
Yeah, looks like Brennan Cecil is subbing in here for Schlart Team, and let's see how that.
Let's see if pans out for them. I mean, sub Brennan actually a few times on stream now as of recently, definitely getting the sub work in. At the moment, getting the handwork in, footwork, handwork, whatever you want to call it. They're making it work or trying to, as Green Pigeon just misses, but Schlart does recover. Sends it right back to Brennan now, back to Schlart, and look at that beautiful passing play, connecting over and over for the 2 points now.
That was a nice little give and go from Brennan to Schlart, and Brennan being an OG in this sport. I remember him and Mad back in the day used to go and just pub stomp all night, and pub stomp me a few times, and I mean, that's putting it nicely. But yeah, it's good to see this guy playing.
Do you resent him at all for that?
I mean, it got bad. Those guys beat me a lot. I'm going to say that.
All right, well, bias cast on the way. But the Moose, well, he was trying to get on the way, but no, got in the way with the defense. So losing the disc out here as it sails back to Trench.
I mean, Brendan knows it's all good between us. We were on a team together last season, and
yeah, true.
We're all good.
Well, right there, that is true. Schlart finding the 3 off the backboard. Nice angle, and gets the 5th point now for Schlart Team.
Man, I guess that's why they named the team after him, because he just came out on fire. Got a 3 and a 2, and only a minute and a half left in this game. He's already got 5 under the belt.
Yeah, absolutely. So right back to the launch here, getting at to one single pancake. Delightful name that. Over there, though, Green Pigeon. Another delightful. I love these names. Anytime you link together these random words paired with foods or animals, they just make me smile.
It's like a grab bag of names. They just write down stuff, put it in a hat, pull it out, and that's your gamer name for the rest of your life.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I've been Palidore pretty much my whole gamer life, just about anyways. So yeah, no, you love to see the unique names, and a lot of the unique names translating to unique plays. Now here's Brennan Cecil trying to make a play to Schlart. Schlart back to Pigeon from beneath. Has slow XP up by the back, and well, gets that off the attack. That was a really good series of passes yet again from Schlart Team. Really just working it up the floor to get them essentially that one-on-one.
I'd like to know the story behind Sloxp's name and how he got that one.
Slow XP. Yeah, that's
Slow XP.
I thought it might be Slox, but I asked someone who was in Twitch chat some weeks back, and he confirmed it is indeed Slow XP. So a little bit more explainable.
Yeah. I get it now. I can't read. I'm still working on it.
Oh, don't worry about it. I thought it was Slox at first also. I wasn't quite sure, but you know, these they help us out in the Twitch chat every now and then. It's been a while since I messed up a name too badly, I think. Luckily, but yeah.
Oh man, I'd be messing names up all over the place.
Well, Green Pigeon, there's an easy name. Not going to mess that one up too bad, but ooh, messing them up on a three-point shot. Look at the placement again. This one on the, just barely, look at that, the very, very bottom of the goal. That is a big hit.
Yeah, I mean, he barely got to that shield and was able to anchor that right before he got punched and hit that in the lower pocket. And that's a tough shot, man. I try to make those, and I don't get him. I don't know how they happen. Well, so that's impressive. Impressive shot from Green.
They're definitely tough. So is that stun from Brennan, though, because look at that. He's going to eye open that goal. He's going to get it to go, not a problem. 13 points. Baker's dozen B love. I'm hungry.
That was fast. That's not much time has gone by, and Brennan just kind of hanging onto the disc. Like, Brennan, what are you doing? Throw that thing in there, man. Give me a 17 at least. That was a little slow there, buddy.
It was vaguely reminiscent of a lemming shot, those push shots from 3. Of course, sometimes when you can take them nice and easy, man, go for them, I guess, nice and easy. But other times, like if you're lemming in Season 1 of ESL, you need to shoot it like that for the accuracy. But speaking of, Schlart has been very, very accurate from those backboarded 3s. Yet another one going in for his team.
Man, he's just lighting it up right now. At this rate, it's going to be a mercy here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, off to a very, very strong start is Schlart and the team here. Looking good for sure. The Moose trying to roll out as they hit the midline. Just a bunch of players starting to kind of pile on and trying to get some handles on the disc, but it will just be Beats looking for the shots and couldn't hit it for their first points.
That was a nice little huck, man. He just barely missed it. In 6 inches either way, it's going to go in or it's going to bounce off the backboard and go in. That was just bad luck right there. Bad
luck on the huck, so bad huck chuck. But that Green Pigeon going through the mid lane, not so much on the clear, but will be rebounded just the same as Slow gets the clear off, waiting for that secondary boost. And Brennan is going to get there now for the numbers. Gets it for the 18th point. Great pass.
That was a great pass. I mean, he was in traffic. People were hanging on to him, trying to punch him, and he was able to get that off and send it into the goal. 2 points away from a mercy here.
Yeah, showing up really strong. I mean, Onion here, they're in the gold division. They've got that 9-6 record. Not a team to slouch on or to shake a stick at. They are tough. That said, Schlart team over in Diamond, 11-9 record as they go for another play there, trying to do a complete shutout with 2 more points, 3 more points. It would be a shutout mercy as that Green Pigeon is looking for just that right now.
That was a nice little shot at the goal and saving the mercy. And another save right now, and being able to get that clear through, and let's see if they can get some boosts together and get that.
Yeah, Moose sent it through, and some awkward interactions there. Don't know what happened, but got it back nonetheless. A Schlart team looking for, once more, a bounce, but a recovery from the Moose.
I like this fight that Onion is putting up right here, trying to stall that mercy, not trying to keep it from happening.
Yeah.
They're playing with some intensity right now, and I want to see them carry this intensity into the next round, regardless of what happens this round.
Oh yeah, that's, you know what, great call, because it would be very easy at this point just to look at it and say 3 minutes left, we're down 18. All right, comeback is not happening, so we're just gonna drag our feet and just let this go to a mercy. Instead, they're gonna get a goal. That is fantastic from Onion, absolutely, because there is absolutely carryover effects if they end this round strong, regardless of what the score is.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice just to get a couple points on the board and get a little momentum and some confidence, and just know that you can go out there and do it. Because those 18-point deficits can be demoralizing. So I'm glad that they're not rolling over on this one. They're going to stay competitive.
Exactly, because you know what? Look at that. More competitiveness, more aggression. Doing this instead of just rolling over and saying, okay, I'm gonna let them walk it in for the mercy. We're not even gonna try. The problem with that is then you go into round 2 still feeling bad, still feeling cold, without anything good going your way. But if you end strong, you compete the whole way. Even if the round is over, by all accounts, comeback isn't gonna be possible. You can still execute well, like they're doing now, again and again, and that is gonna buy them a lot of opportunity in round 2. As Schlart swings it through, full wingspan in effect.
Dude, I think he sent that from the ceiling into the goal. It definitely scraped the ceiling on that dunk.
I was going to say, look, I got to ask now, anyone know how tall Schlart is? Because he's going to contest Guygasm with that wingspan right there. He looked like a bird.
Dude, he's at least 7 feet, man, at least.
Oh, super impressive. But yeah, dunking in for the 20th point finally. But here's Onion trying to defend this one now as they turn it over. Getting back into the goal. So on the approach here, getting knocked loose again. Nervity this time. Indeed, knocking it loose and just... like I said, I really like this. I can admire this play being shown because they are just not giving up without any sort of fight.
Yeah, man, I love seeing that. And just a barely miss and would have been another bucket probably right there. They're sending a message. They're saying that, you know, you're not going to beat us that easy.
Yeah, and so there you go. It will be a mercy, but it took right until in the last couple of minutes, thanks to the increased fight and effort that Onion was showing throughout the end of that round, the latter half of that round. And as a result, round 2 could be very much different, especially, you know, evening up the scoreboard at 0-0. You get to look at that and be a bit more comfortable again, saying, okay, well, now that we've executed a few plays and feel a bit more warmed up, maybe we can find some foothold here going into the next one.
Yeah, just keep up that defensive intensity and try to disrupt their offense as much as possible. I mean, it's going to be tough. You got Brennan, the OG. Mm-hmm. He's got tons of experience. He's definitely got over 5,000 games under the belt, and then a bunch of really good players too. And Schlart, Slow XP, and that Green Pigeon played against those guys. They're great, and they're just fast. So, you know, I wouldn't be down about this at all. It's a great team, and you know, if you've never been mercied, can you say you ever played Echo Arena?
Nope, probably not. But
I mean, I've been mercied a few times.
Yeah, I'm sure I have too. I mean, I don't do too many pubs, granted, so a lot of my games were just, you know, at the private level. I'm pretty sure I've been mercied in pubs a handful. Actually, no, I know I have been. Because when I would go back to pubs at times, not knocking them at all, but just saying, usually after seasons ended with ESL and stuff, that's when we'd stop playing as a team. I'd go back to pubs for a while. I'd get scrubbed on for a few dozen games and then miss my team.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised that you've been mercied.
Oh yeah,
as good as you were.
I've had some gnarly pub match streaks in the past, negative pub match streaks. So it happens to everyone. But yeah, at the competitive level here, you know, trying to compete. And Onion now, let's see what they do with this first round. The first joust, 30 seconds into this one, just denying any more momentum to the favor of Schlart. And I think for Schlart, they got to be careful. Schlart team, that is, they got to be careful because they don't want to get too relaxed just because they won by a mercy. If you maintain that same mentality going to a next round, that can bite you in the butt a little bit.
Yeah, overconfidence is no bueno, and that Green Pigeon on the duck and the swing through with the underhanded shot, and it's in. They're not scoring as fast as they did the last round. I mean, by this time they were up by 8. Yeah,
it seemed like that for sure. And so Onion trying to use that to their advantage there. I also want to. Someone pointed out, I think it was Newton over there, comment that I forgot to get back to, or maybe, no, KBR plays. Can we all take a moment to appreciate how amazing One Single Pancake's name is? And then Newton asking, saying, is he single or is he a singular pancake? Now that is the real question.
Ooh, we're getting philosophical in here.
I know. It made me think. It made me laugh. But anyways, back to the game. It's the Schlart team with a disc, Slow XP. As Newton was informing, Slow was also prior just Slow, and then at some point in time, XP got added onto the name, so that kind of answers our question a little bit. I guess, no, it makes sense, because over time, he added experience.
Yeah, and it was a Slow.
Yeah. So now you know. The more you know for Slow as they go for the goal. That Green Pigeon ain't missing. 4 points for Schlart team.
Oh, man, just dropping those rhymes, dude. I swear. I'm gonna drop a beat here any minute, and I'm gonna let you go off, and we're just gonna run the whole cast that way.
One of these days, and I'm sure there will be people who loathe me for it. So, but one of these days.
Oh no, dude! It's gonna be the hottest mixtape on the street.
Oh yeah, guys, set the bars high, I guess. But single pancake with a disc here. Again, looking for a clear, maybe looking for a partner. depending on the answer to that philosophical question earlier. Slow one from Schlart will be taken by Nervity, though, and Nervity gets rid of it through the tunnel area, but bounces right back towards him.
Almost got that clear through, and it's key against this Schlart team. You're gonna have to get those clears through, because they're controlling the disc really well. So, and just to say that, there's one there. Let's see if they can get down there before Schlart does.
Whew. That was a blazing stack. Nervity coming away with a disc now. Maybe opportune time to catch the defense a bit off guard. A pass trying to be handed off to the shoulder, but it looked like Beat maybe was stunned at the time, so couldn't recover that one. To the mid lane, not going to recover that either. They did have a midfielder, but maybe too aggressively positioned, so could not get the disc back. And now a gentle lay-in for Pigeon.
Man, they had 3 people back on that stack as soon as it cleared, and no blue players anywhere close. They could have pulled back a couple threes, man.
Yeah, but I think maybe also a testament to, well, I guess 2 different points. One, the fact that Schlart is feeling a bit more pressure here from Onion, knowing that they're playing better than they started in round 1. Number 2, the comms not coming through quickly enough maybe for Schlart team, and because they're a little bit frazzled off of that. That said, they do have a lead here. They may have another goal. That green pigeon, so that's another breakaway here. But as you pointed out a few minutes ago, right, it's now they have 8 points, but it took nearly half of this second round to get there. So, still good news for Onion, but they do need to score rather soon to stay kind of, I guess, engaged in this match going into the second half.
Yeah, that Schlart stack is really fast right now, and Onion's having a hard time dealing with. But all they need to do is just stop that stack, and they should be okay and put some points on the board.
Yeah, but a giveaway there will result in the 10th point, and now halfway to that 20 yet again. Now, it took maybe a bit more time, but now as we approach the halfway point of round 2, we're at the halfway point to the Mercy, so Onion starting to fall behind a little bit too much, and they're going to try and launch out here and find some success, but I guess the question is, where has it been going wrong here in terms of turning it over and allowing these passes to happen? Like at that juncture, for instance, okay, so they pass it off. There are 3 different players surrounding the QB. What could have and should have happened was the QB should have been stunning out that stack as they approached, and he handed off the pass. And I think little adjustments like that could be made. As a nice snag from Schlart is had, and now a clear.
That was a great little save and a shot too, behind the back spin move, and it looked like it was probably going in if it wasn't for that save.
Yeah, probably. It was a pretty decent drive. Got to give credit to them, but back to Onion now, and that's going to be clear out to the intercept by Pigeon once more.
Man, those clears right into the other team, they're frustrating, man, and they happen all too often when you play, and it's tough sometimes because that back player will hide and you don't know where it's supposed to go. So you just throw it and hope for the best.
And Onion right now, they're also hoping for the best, but getting contested out by Single Pancake. Slow XP with a rather fast shot. It's going to be rebounded here by Schlart. Schlart winding it up, but nice snag there. Nervity coming away with it. So giving it right back at Schlart team with the defense, and see if they can convert this now to some offense. Still less, 4 minutes left. So, I mean, if they can get a goal here, which they unfortunately do not, they'd still be in the game.
Oh, man, such a good save by Nervity, and a great attempt to get back there, and such a close opportunity to score. They're getting really close to those opportunities. They just got to line one up and put it in.
And, right now, Slow XP kind of spinning the disc there, just trying to bait out the defense, and knowing that as the clock does wind down, as that shot goes down, Schlart. Welcome to Schlart Mart, buying himself a great goal. It was funny because I was just talking about that happening yesterday in OCE. Punda PC had something just like that. And now Schlart. Well, there you go.
Where it just bounces off and you don't know if it's a shot, a bank shot, or a miss, or what. Yeah.
Now, I'm not sure who the founder of that is positively. I want to maybe say Oculus Satyr, because I know I remember him doing that in pubs a couple years ago. He's definitely popular for founding some clever bounce shots, but yeah, that is a purposeful thing you can actually do as well. You just don't see it too often.
Oh yeah, I've seen Oculus Satyr trying that shot and making it a whole bunch.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all know we've seen it in these streams, even from full court. If you're aiming for those corner panels near that goal, you will have a chance. As getting the chance at the goal finally here is beat. So much needed goal to cut it back to 10 points on the differential. But yes, you hit those corners, you at least give yourself a percentage chance to maybe hit a shot.
The funny thing is, like, it doesn't seem like it should go in. I mean, the amount of time it takes to bounce off that and come back, it's just unlikely that's going to go in. But I see it go in more often than it should, I think.
Yeah, a lot of close calls we see on these long-range clears, even from half court or even full court just about, where they just come within like an inch of making the goal. And then every once in a while, they do, in fact, go in. So always got to be aware. But that's the interesting part about 4v4. That's, you know, it's caused, I think, players and teams to be so much more conscious of how they clear the disc.
Right. Slow XP with that long three, man. That was a great shot. Going fast at an angle. It's a tough shot to make right there because the shield is probably covering most of the goal.
Yeah.
And those guys are up by 13 now. There's a minute and 20 left, and it looks like this one's a wrap. But, you know, I like the fight that Onion put up for this one. It looks a lot farther away than the match shows.
Yeah, I mean, 1 minute left here, and Schlart team definitely having themselves a very, you know, definitive, or I guess just dominant, you know, scoring show with a lot of these goals. But it has taken them much longer here to get it going in round 2. For Onion, maybe just being taken a little bit off guard by that pure firepower. Not to mention the defensive power, just to cause these turnovers and then just turning into goals. And, you know, Schlart team, honestly, when I have streamed them, sometimes it's been few and far between, but they've been a team kind of like that. You almost don't expect them to be just as, I guess, immense on offense as they are.
Yeah, man, I'm not surprised, dude. These are good players and a great choice for a substitute in Brennan. And I'm not surprised that they're this fast.
Mm-hmm. And it's not like to say it's a knock on any of the players on Schlart team. It's just more so coming in as a new roster this season. They seem a lot more collected as a team and chemistry-wise than you would expect. And obviously now we're winding down the season, but they were already looking this good in weeks 1, 2, and 3, even taking away some games with, you know, strong offense. So it's not new for Schlart team. They're continuing to impress here in season 2.
What place are they in right now? Let's see here if I have it.
You know, they're in Diamond. Their record will now be 12-9, but as far as ranking, I don't have that for you at the top of my head. Get the scores quick, and we can check, though. But yeah, round 2.
Oh, go ahead.
Round 2 in the books, 17-2. We're going to go to the score screen, and yeah, what's your read? What you got?
Let's see here. Just pulling up right now. Well, the OG coming in with 3 points, 3 assists, and 1 save. Brendan Cecil. Slow XP, great shooting, 7 points, 1 assist, 1 save. Schlart just lighting it up, man. Mm-hmm. Those stats are great. 16 points, 3 assists, 2 saves. He's the leading scorer across both teams. And that Green Pigeon with 3 points, 3 assists, 2 saves. Over on the Onion side, Bede got a couple points, 1 assist, 2 saves, and 3 steals. That's big. Nervity with a save and a steal. 1 single pancake with the lovely name, the 2 points, 1 assist, 2 saves, 2 key saves too. The Moose with a couple saves, and high stuns go to Beat.
Yeah, it's rather fitting. He beat him up.
He did. He definitely did. If you look at time possession, I mean, Schlart team just basically controlled the disc, and they have most time possession, the shots taken, assists, all those stats that are all that percentages that you want the most of, and the rest is kind of just, you know, variables amongst that. Right. You want steals too. And oddly enough, there's not any steals on Schlart team, but I guess they didn't need them.
Yeah, I guess not. They're causing a lot of turnovers, just maybe not via steals so much as getting back on the loose clears and things like that. And they found a lot of those breakaway goals as a thing. So off of the boost, basically fast breaks, right? Echo's version of a fast break goal. Turnover,
Yes.
one way or the other, and then you find yourself with the lay-in at the other end. And that's kind of where they found a lot of their success on those plays. But yeah, with that said, Onion, I mean, I can't stress enough, because I've streamed a handful of their matches as well. Very good team. Not their night to night, for one reason or the other, but I mean, 9-7 on their record now is what they will be. They're still there in the gold division. And just for context, I mean, yeah, Schlart team, tough team for sure, but context here. Onion has won, let me see, 5 of the last 6 matches before this one. So they were on a streak. They were on quite the streak. They did lose versus Corrupt this week, but the prior 2 or 3 weeks, I mean, they were just rocking and rolling. So they really kind of boosted themselves up here into gold and kind of put to the test against measuring sticks like Corrupt and like Schlart team. So yeah, that's how it be sometimes. Beat. Love.
Yeah, well, it's looking at their past games. I can tell they really haven't played a team that's got some hefty speed to them, and with Brennan as a sub, that team's going to be fast. So it's when you start to get in that top 20s teams, which Schlart, I know they're not there, but they're pretty close as far as skill wise.
Yeah.
It's fast. That pacing definitely steps up and it speeds up a lot. And if you're not used to it, it takes a good while to get used to,
It does.
And it can throw you off guard.
It does, absolutely. And for these teams here coming in, on Onion's side, a rookie team of players, Quest players, I'm pretty sure all of them are. I'm not going to commit to that. But, I mean, coming up against a Schlart team where they do have several, if not all the players, they were already playing on PC prior, and they were playing in Season 1, on teams. So it's still a big testament to Onion to be right here, paired up against the likes of, more veteran players on Schlart team, or in this case, Brennan, super veteran, as you mentioned. But, yeah, they're still in very good position going into the last couple weeks here and Season 3 and beyond. I mean, excited to see both of these teams going forward, and especially the growth of the rookies.
Yeah, man. Well, Onions, they're in the 30s, and they'll probably stay there. And there's some heavy hitters in there too.